One thing that I feel like should be standardized in prenatal care is talking about C-sections with every patient, whether they plan to get one or not, because you never know when an emergency C-section is going to come up. And personally, I needed an emergency C-section, and I think I would have felt a lot better about it had I had some information about it prior to actually needing one. Like, for example, at every appointment from 20 weeks on, they talk about what labor feels like, when you need to go to the hospital, what contractions feel like, epidural versus not epidural. Like, they go into detail about natural birth, but never once did they say, okay, and if you need a C-section, you're trying to look at the camera. If you need a C-section, this is the process. They never once even brought up the word C-section until I was 33 weeks pregnant in the emergency room needing one. So I feel like they should just tell every single pregnant patient what the process of a C-section is like. And I get it, like, it could be scary to some people to hear. Like, I know when I was pregnant, that was the last thing I wanted, is I told my husband, make sure they do not give me a C-section unless I absolutely need one. I do not want one. And unfortunately, I had to get one. But it was really scary. Like, I knew 20 minutes beforehand, and as soon as they came in to tell me, all the nurses just start talking amongst themselves. I'm literally just sitting there, like, listening to them talk about me, wondering, like, what the hell is about to happen. Like, they really didn't tell me much at all. And then 2 minutes before they got me, the anesthesiologist came in, told me about that process, and that was it. And then I went into this freezing cold room by myself, and it was absolutely terrifying. So I feel like it would just be so much better if they just tell every patient. And I know it could be scary, and some patients don't really want to think about the possibility of surgery. And talking about surgery is definitely a scary thing, but unfortunately, it is the reality that when you're giving birth, there's always the chance that you could need an emergency C-section at any point during delivery. So I feel like it would just be so much better to just tell everybody, like, let them know, like, if you need a C-section, this is what's gonna happen. Especially, like, some things I didn't know is, like, after a C-section, you are, like, shaking uncontrollably. Like, you feel freezing. Like, I had no idea. Like, I thought, like, I was dying or something. Like, I was like, oh my god, like, I cannot stop shaking. What the hell is going on? And, like, just all these different things that I did not know happened during a C-section. So I feel like it just needs to be talked about to every patient.